Monday morning, it's November 10th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
Michael LaRosa Adelle Caballero is watching several issues on the roads right now as people get started on a Monday. Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa here with the forecast. The weather's really not helping out.
Not helping out. It's just enough, as we always talk about, right? Not just enough to keep things messy, not enough to keep everybody home. But you've got to look now. If you're not seeing some of these light showers, definitely have the cloud cover. But visibility is good. We like that as we look into Midtown. 54 right now at Central Park, 53 in White Plains, 56 in Massapequa. Again, on the radar, what is out there is light from the Hudson Valley, Fairfield County, moving through Long Island. Still a little bit to go through the midday, and then we start to clear out. And yes, the chill settles in. So much so, temperatures close to freezing from the city, coastal Connecticut, and Long Island. So we do have that freeze warning posted for tonight. Not freezing right now. In fact, through the midday into the 50s. By 10 a.m., 53 degrees. We'll see about 50 through 3 p.m. Then we'll start to feel that cold moving in. Only the mid 40s by 5 o'clock. On top of that, a brisk northwest wind drying us out. All right, 6:01 now. Let's see what's slowing us down. So many options to pick from there.
Yes, so many, unfortunately. Please be very careful out there. If you are going to be driving, as we mentioned, it's just enough to make it a complicated commute out there. So if you are heading out to the George Washington Bridge, inbound lower deck, we do have a stalled car taking out a lane. Delays hovering around 20 minutes already. Heading into the Bronx, Cross Bronx Expressway extension westbound by the main roadway of the Cross Bronx. We have a crash there that blocks a lane. Belt Parkway westbound by exit 15. There's an accident there that takes out a lane, as well as on the eastbound side by exit 5. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you so much. Today does mark a day. This is winter as it happens in other parts of the country, right?
I'll tell you, 1 to 2 inches an hour in some spots with that snowfall. But no snow here. We're just looking at light rain showers. And in fact, we're still in the 50s. As far as the rain for the next few hours, some light showers. But you can see where our chances go the rest of the week down. And we are tracking that next round when that is coming up in the 10-day forecast.
Thank you. And still ahead, an alert for families.
Hang out as
That's
a
right.
teenager. If you are heading out the door right now, FDR Drive heading northbound. We're still watching this crash here by exit 2 for the Brooklyn Bridge. You've got one lane closed off. We've got plenty more headed your way, but we are going to leave you with a live look outside right now onto the inbound approach to the George Washington Bridge. 30-minute delays because of another stall on the inbound upper level. You're watching Today in New York.
But I think it's interesting, like you said, and working there at the world's biggest department store, Macy's.
Yes, Herald Square.
That the malls are a little different from back in the day when we all used to go there.
Yeah, we didn't have the fancy experiences.
No, I used to wish.
I know, right?
That I could go to a real mall, everything indoors.
Oh my God! Shout out to Paramus Park Mall.
All right.
Go, Maria.
Place. If we got fancy, it was Garden State Plaza. But,
and your members only jacket.
Of course, and my Cavaricis. All right, let's show you though. If you're doing any shopping at all, of course, this will be the center of the universe in just a few weeks with the Thanksgiving parade. Of course, the street's a little glistening. We do have some light showers. Live radar showing that. Light green in and around the city, Long Island, in through the Hudson Valley and Fairfield County. Of course, the bigger picture showing what we're waiting on. It's that cold air behind this boundary that will start to move in for us tomorrow, producing snow. This is a pretty significant lake effect for the first real lake effect event of the season. Chicago sandwiched right in between, but we've been seeing snowfall rates of 1-2+ inches of snowfall per hour. So the colder, drier air does rush in. We have a few more hours where we'll pick up some at least light rain showers, so nothing terribly heavy. And then we feel the chill tomorrow. So much so, and we often see this instability touching off what will be some snow squalls type of thing, maybe some snowflakes even in the city, at least according to our model by midday tomorrow. Not expecting to amount to much. But again, 'tis the season. First measurable snow on average for Central Park is December 7th. So we're not too far off from it. You can see from JFK, Newark, Islip, and Bridgeport, it's that first, second week of December. It's been as early as October. So it wouldn't be totally unheard of. Of course, the bigger story, aside from maybe some snowflakes, the incredible chill. In fact, wind chills down in the teens and 20s tomorrow morning. Got to be ready for that. It'll feel like 22 in the city by 7 a.m. And actually much of the day, it'll feel close to freezing because of these very gusty winds and that high temperature not getting out of the upper 30s and low 40s. Right now we're at 54 degrees, really not too far off from where we're going to be the next few hours, and then temperatures drop this evening, again with drying skies. Blustery, chilly tomorrow, but temps recover by the end of the week, still into the low 50s. And as right now, the weekend is in good shape with highs in the upper 40s, low 50s with dry skies. The next system to watch will be early next week. For now, calling for just the rain with high temperatures back down down into the 40s. All right, 6:19 now. It's a slow go everywhere. Adele, what's the latest?
Yeah, it's really not easy getting around right now. It's a very busy start to the work week. Latest is George Washington Bridge. That earlier stall on the lower deck, that's cleared out, but now we have a stall on the inbound upper level. You can expect to see about 35-minute delays already. Lincoln and Holland are definitely much better options for you. Once you make your way into the city here, Henry Hudson Parkway southbound by exit 11 for 96th Street. An accident blocks a lane there. Delays are trickling all the way back through the hundreds. FDR Drive northbound into the Brooklyn Bridge. An ongoing crash here blocks a lane. Delays head back to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. And then we continue to watch a couple crashes here on the Belt Parkway. One on the eastbound side by exit 5 for Bay Parkway. A solid ride to the Verrazano Bridge. And then on the Belt Parkway westbound by exit 15 for Erskine Street. Again, delays heading back into Queens. That's all for now. Back to you, Michael.
All right, Adele, thanks so much. 6:20 right now in Edison, New Jersey. 6:30 a.m. on this Monday, November 10th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero's here, watching a messy commute this morning. Unfortunately, Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa is here with the forecast. What's going on?
Well, I think the weather's just enough to make it messy. We've got leaves down, the roads are damp, but as far as heavy rainfall, don't have it. A lot of cloud cover, and yes, it is going to be taking a turn temperature-wise, so a lot to get you ready for. Let's start with the radar and satellite picture. What's out there is light. Got some light showers from Fairfield County through Long Island. 54 right now at Central Park, 49 in Sussex. There's still a little bit to go before we see this completely move out of here. So once that does, by about midday, then we start to see skies dry. I'm not forecasting snow today, but that's a sign of the cold air ready to come on in. So by 1 o'clock, still a chance of showers at that point. We're starting off in the low to mid 50s now. We'll be close to that through 1 o'clock. Then you'll start to feel the chill settle in. By 7 p.m., 43 degrees. Winds pick up a bit. We are clear through 10 o'clock and 40 degrees at that point. All right, 6:31 now. See a lot of brake lights on the Staten Island Expressway, one of many.
Yes, definitely one of many. Another area you're going to be seeing lots of brake lights is the inbound approach to the George Washington Bridge. That earlier stall on the upper level cleared out, but we are now dealing with this accident here involving a tractor trailer on the inbound upper level approach. Delays right now at about 45 minutes. They are quickly increasing, though. Lincoln or Holland, much better options for you. Henry Hudson Parkway southbound, we've got this accident by 96th Street, a crash on the FDR Drive northbound by the Brooklyn Bridge, and now an accident a little further east, LIE westbound, exit 40 by Jericho Turnpike. Darlene, back to you.
Thank you, Adele. 6:31 now.
Looking south there and lower Manhattan, 6:43 right now on this Monday morning. Cryptocurrency fraud, that's on the rise. Some consumers losing almost double the amount of money they did last year. This is according to the FBI's own Internet Crime Complaint Center.
Better Get Vaquero investigates how scammers lure you in, how difficult it is to recoup losses, and how to protect yourself. Here's News 4 consumer reporter Linda Vaquero. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for streaming with us. It's Monday, November 10th. I'm Darlene Rodriguez.
I'm Michael Gargiulo. Adelle Caballero is here tracking roads and rails as we get started on our week. Starting before is Maria LaRosa here with today's forecast, Maria.
Yeah, just gray enough, just damp enough to make things slow this morning. But we are going to break out into some sun later today, but that's a sign that that colder, drier air is on the way. So for now, anything that's out there is on the light side. Still a few more hours, at least with that rain chance, but you can see where the cold air is coming from, off to the west. So big change on the way with those gusts. For today, in that 20-plus mile per hour range. By tomorrow, more like 30 to 40. So as we go through the day today, count on the clouds, count on temperatures in the low 50s, about 53 at noontime. Then we'll start to see some of that drier, colder air move in. So that chance of showers while through early midday. Then we dry out for the evening, but temperatures quickly slipping into the 40s and close to freezing by tomorrow morning. All right, let's get an update on what has been a slow morning commute, Adele.
Yes, it's definitely been rough getting around this morning. You know, those roadways just slick enough to make it less than ideal to be driving in. Definitely give yourself some extra time. With that said, quick reminder here with our rails to your R&W trains, Canal Street, you're not going to have any transfer to the JZ, NQ, and 6 trains coming from the Uptown platform. This is going to be running until January. On top of that, we've been watching this crash here on the Henry Hudson Parkway. The crash is on the southbound side by 125th Street. 2 lanes are closed off. We have been seeing lanes closed off on the northbound side as well. Delays at this point all the way back past the George Washington Bridge. And as a reminder, alternate side is also in effect for today. Michael, back to you.
I'll take it, Adelle. Thank you so much.
Taking a look at our weather.
We've got a lot going on. We've got a front coming on through, just about done with some of the rain showers. You saw a lot of the blue that corresponds to snow. We've got some really cold air on the way. So today, with temps into the 50s, we're going to be talking about sub-freezing low temperatures tomorrow morning, and perhaps that includes the city, Long Island, and coastal Connecticut. So we'll take a look at those low temperatures, just how long that chill lasts in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you so much. Still to come.
Heading on to the Belt Parkway here in Brooklyn, we've got a crash right by exit 17 for Cross Bay Boulevard. One lane closed off. We're going to head outside right now to the Belt Parkway in Queens. You've got another crash here heading into JFK Airport. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to let you know what the rest of your commute is looking like. You're watching Today in New York.
We'll take, a win where we can get it, even if it's not all the New York teams.
Right.
I know. That's where we're at, right?
That's it.
Well, we've got our eyes on Sunday, close to home here. It's actually going to be pretty close temperature-wise to where we are today, but you can see it's going to be a bit of a ride between now and then. In fact, tomorrow we've got the true Arctic air moving in. Like, if I could trace where the air parcel came from, I'd find it right in the Arctic. So that's set to move in. Yes, we'll be mostly dry the rest of the week, but that chill doesn't last forever. So we'll see a pretty quick temperature rebound, but it's going to hurt for a bit. Today, though, it's more about this cloud cover. You see a little bit of that brightening sky, too, trying to happen. But we still have a chance for a few showers to move through the midday. Nothing that's going to be terribly heavy. And again, temperature-wise, we're going to hold in the low 50s. By the time we get to early afternoon, that really dry, cool air starts to move in, and those winds are going to pick up out of the west-northwest. You'll feel the chill heading into this evening as skies clear, but the really cold night overnight, in fact, could be the first freeze for the city. So the big picture kind of tells a story. We're on the warmer side where we're seeing the light rain showers and then the snow in through the Midwest. That's a sign of that cold air plunging to the south. For now, those light showers from Long Island and Connecticut, those will continue to slowly push through. So again, just a slight chance into this afternoon, but I do want to show you too, our models are really trying to get at least a few snowflakes to come in by midday tomorrow, especially north and west. Don't be surprised if you see that, but that's a sign of the instability, but also just how chilly this air is. And in fact, the wind chill is going to be an issue. You can see that by tomorrow morning, teens and 20s feels like temperatures, those numbers in the pink, because those winds will be out of the northwest about 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting over 30. So today, not bad, 54 degrees. The front sweeps on through. We're down to 33 in the city, 32 in Merrick, north and west into the 20s. Got another chilly night into early Wednesday, but skies are going to be dry. Temperatures back into the low 50s Thursday and Friday. The next time period to watch will be Monday with a chance of chilly rain showers. All right, let's get an update on all those delays, Adelle.
Yeah, it's been a tough morning to navigate around. You're definitely going to need extra time. First up, your EFN and R trains. You can expect to see delays. Main Bergen line up to 20-minute delays there. And your North Jersey coast and Morrison Essex lines also expect to see slowdowns because of track work. Henry Hudson southbound by 125th Street. You've got this crash taking out 2 lanes. Delays back to the George. Darlene, Michael, back to you.
Adelle, thank you. Happening today.